What's up guys, back in today with another reaction to the Berserk manga, this time with volume 24. Looking forward to this. We had a little sneak peek of the visuals last time out. Just before we get into that, just going to recap a little bit. It wasn't all too long ago since I did read this. Obviously we had the little, what's this guy's name again? Plume. Boom or something like that, right? I'm definitely getting that wrong, but we had this interesting segment with him and Griffith. Mule, that's the one. What did I say? Pule. Yeah, Lord Mule. And his meeting with Griffith. Again, this was rather strange. I had a bit of a comparison between this atmosphere and the atmosphere with Guts and his compatriots right now, which is also interesting I bring that up because I kind of said this was like a manufactured happiness, whereas with Guts and such it was like an actual kind of real kind of experience of sorts. But it's also another thing I've just thought about is Griffith and Guts' kind of state of being right now. Like Griffith is very simple, he's just in his goal, it's very linear, whereas like just like a straight line, whereas Guts is just like up and down. His mental kind of state is in a bit of a situation right now, and it's one of the most interesting places we find Guts in, so that's another very interesting comparison, both the situation and the kind of leaders of those situations. It's very interesting to compare, isn't it? Very interesting, actually. Again, I didn't think of that last time, but yeah, he just offered himself up to Griffith out of nowhere. This shot was really nice, wasn't it? As we did come back with these guys, saw some zombies. But yeah, a lot of wholesome stuff happened. Had a really great Farney segment as well. Really love this stuff. This is some of the best character stuff we've got for Farney's yet, in my opinion. Useless. I am what did she say she was? Yeah, I am a burden. Again, that's a good thing that you've actually kind of she's come to understand this. She's kind of understand that her upbringing such has made her like this and inadept to deal with stuff like this, inadept for responsibility. Yeah, I really love some of her character development as well as Guts's. Again, there's a lot of changes going on, isn't there, within this group? And yeah, we ended with some. You know what? I recorded at the end of the video last week. I didn't actually see it said this whatsoever. I literally, I was like, what the fuck? I went back and watched my video, and I didn't say this. This is like the only bit of text I missed out. I was like 5 minutes after, I was like, huh? There was because I finished the video and then I looked. Like there was a bit of text there, and I went back and watched the video. I was like, huh, there was a bit of text there. I don't know what happened, if my kind of mind just blanked this out or what, but I could have swore there was like, it was just the shot of this and the shadow. I didn't catch this at all, which is crazy because it's like it's so big. But yeah, I thought this was like Yetis, but it's we've got some troll demons. So I'm looking forward to that. Let's see what we've got in store for us in this new volume. Again, I imagine this one's going to be another banger. The last couple have been awesome, haven't they? The start of this Millennium Falcon arc has been great, especially again character development wise. Some of the best we've got is a little sneak peek of this girl. Can't remember her name. She looks super young, doesn't she? It's like what, 7, 8, 9. Really cool design. Little elf. And yeah, we've got some little gingerbread people. What are these? What are these? Again, it's quite funny, isn't it, that we actually have. She seemingly a witch right after all the kind of witch hunting stuff we had last arc. Hilarious. I'm looking forward to seeing more of her in this volume, I hope. But yeah, what the hell are these little guys? Quite cute, aren't they? Berserk by Kentaro Miura. Didn't see this artwork yet. This is some training for the Elf Dimension style right here. Got plenty of Huck's little weapons. These are conker shells, right? I used to love playing with these as a kid. I do remember a bad experience I had though. One time I grabbed like a giant rock to try and get some down from a tree and end up hitting some boy in the head. Yeah, that was not good. Little Serpico in the back cooking up at a storm. You impressed back there? Are you impressed? And let's see what chapters we got. Damn, that's a nasty looking demon. Biting someone's arm off. That is a nasty looking demon, isn't it? Again, I like kind of weird textures like this. Really, really haunting kind of look in the eye as well. Okay, so again, I'm a little bit caught off because I don't know why it is, but just that one missing chapter makes it look so much smaller. Not sure if that's just me or if you guys feel the same way. But Falcon of the Millennium Empire arc, the Holy Evil War chapter. Trolls. Straight to the point. And then the Witch. Straight to the point again. Trolls and the Witch. Getting quite a bit. I mean, I know about demons and all sorts of supernatural stuff, but we're getting more and more kind of supernatural entities and such now, aren't we? So we've got Trolls and the Witch. So again, I can imagine what's going to happen in both of these chapters we're going to be covering today. Hopefully we'll see the new girl. Then we've got next time out we'll have Mansion of the Spirit Tree parts 1 and 2. Mansion of the Spirit Tree. The Astral World. I think we've had a chapter with a similar name to this before. Magic Stone. Elementals. Enoch Village. Ambition and Reflection. And then Troll Raid. So it looks like trolls are all throughout this arc. Again, quite fitting with the witch stuff, I guess. But let's get right into the chapters today. Trolls and the Witch. Hey there! Just you wait, thief. Food procurement squad. Okay. Where is this bag hanging exactly? I guess it's just like a text box, but the food procurement squad. Procurement squad. He's catching up. Crap. That old ass faster. That old ass is faster than I thought. Oh no. Oh, I thought I was Puck for a sec. Oh damn, man gets forearmed in the back of the neck. Ouch. Huh. You sure cost me time. Looks like a reasonably nice guy, honestly. I feel like the stealing should only be from bad people. Oh look. What the blaze is this world coming to? A kid like you? A bandit? Oh, Buck. I can't even do business peacefully. But yeah, he does look like a nice guy. He even gave us an apple for free. Mister? Here. I know what it's like. A kid like you making it on his own. Just keep quiet and take it. Mister. He's a really nice guy. Huge arms. Yeah, very nice of him to actually give us one. After we stole them. Oh, really? Really, Isidro? Mister? Don't let it get you down, sonny. You see? Drop. Really, man? This guy was so nice. Hand them all over, stingy bastard. Growing boys need nourishment. You bullhead. Yeah, and that's just brutal. Come on, Isidro. And I think he needs to learn the ways of doing this. Again, I don't disagree with doing this if against someone bad or some horrible man or something, but this guy was even nice enough to give us one after stealing his apples. It's like Robin Hood. You should only steal from the rich. I mean, not all rich people are bad, don't get me wrong, but steal from the rich, give to the poor. You rotten scoundrel! You won't get away with this, you little brat. I'll tie you up and toss you in the river. And now you've brought out the horrible in this guy. This is all you, Isidro, right here. Fucking hell. We appled the guy. Maybe looks like we chucked a couple. Bloody hell. Again, brutal. Brutal. I mean, comparatively, this is nice. This is wonderful compared to other stuff in the series. Don't get me wrong, but brutal. That must hurt as well. Imagine that, you get apple chucked at you so hard it explodes. Poor guy. Fishing, huh? No thanks. That horse eating it. Yeah. I was going to mention earlier, it's not a donkey, but imagine if they put like an apple and they chucked it somewhere, maybe that horse would have perhaps followed it. Too much of an ideal situation there though. Say, rah. Ah, shit. How am I going to land a hit on Guts? That would be tough with your skills. Sorry. That would be tough with your skills and him being nearly a monster and all. My gloves are worn and my joints ache. That's the thing sometimes with training. I need to learn this a little bit as well. Sometimes the best training you can do is to rest. To rest your kind of worn out kind of muscles, and after you've used up energy, you shouldn't just well, real professionals and stuff train daily, and they've been kind of honed to train daily. But rest is a real big factor for any kind of growth, really. As much as if you really want to get kind of gains or whatever and stuff like that, and to really train, you do need to do it a lot, and you need to overwork yourself to an extent. Again, at some point you might just be injuring yourself and eating away. Again, this is another thing I interestingly learned is sometimes if you don't eat well enough and such, you're, instead of eating into kind of fat when you work out and stuff and eating into your resources, it then eats into your kind of muscle and actually kind of detriments your progression. So again, everything should be done to a kind of a certain level and nothing overworked to a massive degree. And I think that's maybe what Isidro's doing right here, is just overdoing it a little bit, especially for how young he is. There's no conceivable way a kid should be able to land a hit on Guts, really, is there? Although I say that, again, I think he could, a bit like Thorfinn, use his kind of smallness to his advantage, perhaps. View. Oh, have you? It's like have you? You tried throwing stones like before? I've never seen it written like that. It's meaningless if it ain't swordplay. I mean, he was really good at throwing stones, wasn't he? So maybe he could take a little lesson out of Jadal's book and throwing knives or something. I feel like Puck's actually got a good point here, actually, hasn't he? Very good point. But when it comes to stones, you really are good. Well, yeah. He was good with that apple as well. Hit headshot, double headshot. There's no way I can stand up to an adult in a fair fight. I survived because of these. Because of these and my wits. And your impudence and depravity. True, true. Very true. But yeah, it looks like he's good at juggling as well. He seems pretty handy. And look at that, literally takes out 2 birds with 2 stones. And he's good at throwing. Good at throwing stuff. Again, this is Jadal version 2 right here. Got some meat. Big haul today. 2-handed throwing, now that's skill. That is skill. Have you guys ever tried throwing with your weak hand? Throwing and catching with your weak hand, it looks ridiculous for me. That's why I train a lot on my weak foot when I play football. I'm pretty good on my left foot, honestly, not to toot my own horn or anything, but practice a lot on it because it's really difficult, especially starting out. If you spent a lot of your life just using one foot to kick a football and play football, it's like with any kind of sport. I imagine if you were to switch hands in tennis or whatever, they do use both hands in tennis anyway. But yeah, it's a really hard kind of thing to train, but time and effort always kind of pays off. Just the way I think about it is I've just got to do something on this side or try and imitate that as well as possible on my weaker side, and easier said than done. But it's all kind of it's quite mental. It is quite mental. A lot of sport and such and kind of physical activity like this is mental, throwing and stuff like that. That is another thing I interestingly learned. I think more than it's funny because it's very top tier sports and stuff is very physical, but I feel like at the very top it is much more mental than physical, and throughout as well is a lot of mental. It's like I remember a time when I was like 15, 16, I was playing really well, playing football really well and scoring lots of goals, and then my confidence dropped, and then I was just never really kind of got the numbers I was getting again. But now I've took a few years off, my confidence is back up and playing better than ever. Just amazing how the kind of psyche works, stuff like that. But yeah, it looks like Puck Isidro's figured out a little trick here. Probably should have thought of this earlier. Again, the way he was destroying people with the rocks in that sex cave. Maybe we should have picked up on that a bit sooner. Are we going to see the fruits of his labour here? Let's hope so. Come on, Isidro. Whoa. Is that a hit right there? Can't really tell. Not anything significant if it is, but it looks like a hit. Oh my. So he's just defeathering the bird, it looks like. Skinning it or whatever, I don't know. Again, come on, Isidro, bro. I was hoping to see some rocks or something here. It really would be a level up for you. It also does weigh you down a bit, so that there is a negative to it as well. Got a huge bunch of rocks in your pocket. Son of a bitch, I knew it. An elf's work's never done. See, sprinkle some dust on his head. How nice of you, Puck. What would happen if Puck was to pee on him? He'd still get healed, right? Actually, no. You were really on a roll there. Really? He did do decent. Again, it looked like he got a hit in his kind of thigh hip region. Use your small size to your advantage and attack from below, because most fighters don't expect low blows. Yeah, exactly. Wielding with both hands so you can feint was also a good idea. But if you only attack from below, your enemies will get used to it. You need a plan they can't see through. You'd best land your last strike where you can see garments. It'd be impossible to penetrate armor with your strength. Okay, Guts. Hey, sure about this? About what? Got a thinking for Isidro to do right here. And he's still looking a little down. Oh, there's some of the dust. Ain't training about practicing basics for a long time before learning techniques and stuff? You sure about a novice like me learning these kinds of improvised tactics? Then how about the traditional School of Elf Dimension style? Man, Puck really loves his Elf Dimension style, doesn't he? Aren't you laying the groundwork every day? Yeah, but for starters, you won't get anywhere imitating me, right? Everything about us is different, including fighting styles. Definitely. But I feel like that's almost an advantage in a way, that he gets to fight someone so different. And so powerful as well, of course. Or do you plan to wait and train for decades to become some master before going out to the battlefield? Talk about patient. Yeah, this really is not a patient universe, is it? Whatsoever. You bet your ass I don't. In that case, all you can do is work with what you've currently got. Besides, a battlefield's different from exhibition games. You don't just have one opponent and there's arrows and cannonballs flying around. You can't survive only on sword skills. That said, it ain't uncommon for some half-assed master to get swarmed and killed by some gang wanting to get famous. Then, how do you... Is that not a little bit like the opening chapters of like the Band of the Hawk and the Golden Age, right? And how do you... I told you already. Strain what few wits you have and think for yourself. Again, these little insults, Guts. What about these few wits? I mean, I know you're right, but you got to keep pushing it. Isn't that how you've made it this far? That was cold. On that note, Elf Dimension style is one of force, man to man. Rather kind of you. Would you mind joining me in gathering firewood? This is bound to be interesting. Always is with Serpico and Guts. Isidro, stop this. You aren't ready yet. If you won't do things when you can, you won't ever do them. Farewell. So this is probably just before we met Isidro, right? Thinking about it, maybe I've been on a battlefield since the time I ran out of the village. It was careless of me to rely on others. I'll be the one who uses them. There's no need to be so obstinate. Go on. Rely as your master. I'll spoil you. Sorry. Go on. Rely. As your master, I'll spoil you plenty. Come leap into these arms, my son. Quit reading people's monologues. A disciple has no privacy. I see. Yeah, you're telling me Puck read all this internal fucking thoughts right here. Again, I love that they could actually, like, the author can actually do this kind of what's it called, like I always forget what it's called, like fourth, I keep calling it fourth dimension, but it's definitely not the case. Yeah, I always forget what it's called by this kind of self-referential stuff here about reading a monologue like that. Again, it's just a great kind of way against the darkness, what I'll say. Bro, in the first place, just what do you plan to do once you learn the sword from me? Government service or something? How pretentious for a greenhorn. I lost? They're telling me Isidro just lost a fight to Puck. To be fair, that is one spiky little ball, isn't it? Yeah, what a laugh. Me in government service? A court servant? No thanks. Then why? Listen up. What I'm after ain't as pretty as court service, isn't as petty as court service, or rising up in society. What I'm after is being the ultimate swordsman. Ultimate. Again, I think we saw this design on one of the Kushans. Really must be quite hard to draw a design like this, honestly. But we saw something similar, and it looked like old woman clothing. Rose current plan. I mean, that's the most generic looking swordsman you've ever seen, isn't it? With that classic helmet like this. Well, this bit's classic anyway. I'm not sure about the back bit, but you always see this on knights and suits of armor, haunted suits of armor and such. Ultimate. Just look at this reaction. Like, yeah, you bet. Oh, here's one of the trolls. What was that? Sorry, I can zoom in a little bit. What was that iffy wry smile for? It might work. It's simple-minded. Indeed it is. I really don't think I could come to like handling meat. Disgusting. Expected again from her upbringing and such, but again, something you have to get used to. Imagine for many of the population, especially in like America and England and such, it would be I think a lot of people would be kind of grossed out by doing this. Imagine one day everyone just had to kind of skin their animals to eat them and such. I think a lot of people probably would struggle. Me included a little bit. I do like animals, so. But again, I'm maybe not so much because I'm again quite accustomed to gore and such. So as we see Casca's brand bleed, he spots the hairy arm. Uh-oh, these are rather damp. What just happened? Got to just throw a little stick at him. That's pretty juvenile behaviour. Let's get started. What do you mean? Don't play dumb. You got us alone so you could settle the score, right? What are you saying? I don't think he did, to be fair. as much as I understand where Guts is coming from here, as well as, like I said, his complex mental state right now, you'd figure like the worst out of a lot of situations right now as Guts, wouldn't you? You'd always be thinking about the worst thing that could happen, maybe, rather than what's actually happening. What are you saying? I merely thought I would deepen my friendship with you, that I would be perfectly frank. My. What a hot-headed fellow. Suddenly you're senile? If you're not in the mood, I'm leaving. As he catches a little acorn. Again, I don't think he came here to fight. To be perfectly frank, I am thinking how nice it would be if you died. What? Maybe we did. Oh crap, Serpico. Why is that then? Is it because he's changing Farnese, perhaps? Is he maybe not too happy that she's changing? I mean, they've been together forever, as they are, those two, so maybe that's the case. I don't know though. Sure, again, Serpico is always a bit of a mystery to me. I'm thinking how nice it would be if you died. That's such like an emo thing to say. There's that face again. Finally. It's quite slightly sinister looking, isn't it? By going along with you, Lady Farnese is exposed to danger. If I could, I would like to make her abandon this reckless journey at once. However, this is what she herself wishes. That face like an infant that's cried its eyes out. It's not like Lady Farnese at all. I do not know that I do not know that defenseless side of her. Maybe he's a little bit scared about seeing that side of her, and again that change. But I'm probably again mostly wrong, and it is mostly that he just again wants to keep her out of danger, like he says here. In general, it's dangerous both physically and perhaps mentally in Serpico's view, being with Guts. Although again, we know that's not the case. I mean, it is in terms of physical danger, yes, but mentally she can only grow, really. And again, this whole situation for everyone here is good changes, good evolution, a lot of learning from each other. Yeah, you changed her. And again, it's not even like, I'd say she's maybe like in the early cocoon stages. Like, yes, she's changed, but she's still got a bit more changes to do, I think. Although I say early cocoon stages, maybe that first hurdle is actually quite a lot more than the rest, if you know what I'm saying. Getting over that initial kind of figuring out what's the deal, where you are right now. Being fully kind of perceptive of yourself. Maybe that is the hardest task. Again, that was something I only learned a little bit later on. Maybe not even in my late teens, maybe in my early 20s. You changed her. But alas, I set aside my personal feelings. So long as Lady Farnese continues this journey, as her attendant I will do my best to get along with you. Oddball. However, if this journey leads to something such as her demise, that is when, as you wish, I shall oppose you as an individual. I do hope you understand. I'll keep that in mind. Why are you talking about that, Serpico? Don't even bring that up. We wish death upon no one. Oh boy. Eek. What happened? I mean, whatever this troll is, it can't be too powerful because Guts isn't even being affected by it where he is. Although I'm not sure how far away he is, but he's close enough to hear that sound, so can't be too far away. and her brand wasn't bleeding that much. What I imagine is there's probably a lot of these trolls. Oh no! Yeah, what's going on here? Are they on its back? I think so. I think he's like carrying them over his shoulders. Bastard! A brigand? I've heard that term quite a bit. Brigand. Don't exactly know what it means. A member of a gang that ambushes and robs people in forests and mountains. Okay, yeah, that's very much in line with what I've seen the word brigand related to. Okay. Hey, you! Just you wait. I like this shot quite a lot. These look like trees, and they are trees. But they almost a little bit look like the fur of one of these trolls. Quite like that. Quite like that. Kidnapping them right in front of you. Right in front of her. Sorry. Again, some of the text is slightly hard to read, even as an English person, with it being quite English written. Or it sounds English, that's the thing. It's written as how it sounds in English, but it's just like this. We don't talk, but we do talk like this in England, but we don't write like this. We write normally. Kidnapping him, right? Obviously, this is a manga, and that's like part of the character, isn't it? But still hard to read. Like Isidro talking in normal kind of the normal way you'd read English and write English, it wouldn't be the same, would it? So it's got that bit of personality about it, but yeah, again, sometimes it's slightly hard to read out. Again, I haven't had too much practice with that either. As I've said, I've never really read too many books or anything. Kidnapping them right in front of me. Right in front of me, you creep. A thief's pride doesn't forgive. Hurrah! There we got the rocks. Good boy, Isidro. Imagine it as quite the thick skull, and it's got a lot of hair there as well, which probably softens the blow a little bit. Oh, so these are so what we saw in the intro is actually a troll. A lot more. I mean, I know trolls are usually quite ugly, but that's a lot more ugly than I was expecting. Yeah, you all right? Ooh, this feeling. That's not human. What? This is another really cool shot here. I blended in with the darkness, just a ball of fur. But yeah, again, quite a lot different than I'd expect it to look. I thought it would have a bit more of a humanoid face, but it's just got this kind of gross, wormy, not sure how to describe it really, sluggish, wormy type face. Cool design there, with some exposure on the toes and hands. A big old axe, the usual for trolls. The usual weapon. Again, nice design, nice design. Ooh. Whoa, what is that thing? But there ain't humans up there. It's trolls. You mean that's a troll? Again, I love this kind of texture on it. Again, it's almost like those antennas of slugs that you see, like loads of those all over its face, wartish looking. Look at Casca. It's got her face pressed up against It's like, just absolute brain dead. As Varney's just terrified. New species of ape? Ugh, gross. Gross in a good way. This is only the first chapter as well, isn't it? How long have I been recording? Maybe too long. Again, I don't think it's me taking more time. I think it genuinely is the chapters maybe are slightly longer. Now that we're missing one each volume. Here it comes. Isidro, stones, stones. We should hurry and get away. No, wait. Just one enemy? When you look close, it's not built all that big. I don't know about this. Obviously, this troll has no guts, but it's a similar kind of situation with Isidro taking on guts, isn't it? I think the gap probably is still there. Interesting. Alright, looking forward to see how Isidro handles this. Right, I'll take it. What? Hey. Okay, this look on Casca's face. Put your thumb over the left eye. If you put your thumb over the left eye, it almost looks like she's a little bit back to how she was. Oh, let's go. Uh-oh, now they're gonna die. Oh, well, that doesn't bode well for Isidro, does it? I feel like she can kind of tell that stuff as well, if you know what I'm saying. Hey, what do we do? That's a really cool shot right there. Is hers? Yeah, I think hers is a girl. Didn't actually know that. That is a really cool shot there. I can't really explain why I like this so much, but it just is really cool, isn't it? Yeah. Can't wait to see this girl in this volume. Okay, let's read some comments before we move on quickly. Yeah, a lot of love for Isidro. No, this person actually makes a good point. He's a little bit like Hayato Kawajiri from JoJo's Part 4. He's a little bit like him, actually. You guys know I love my Part 4. Best one in my opinion. Mostly because I love all the characters, but Yoshikage Kira is one of the most relatable, to an extent, one of the most relatable characters in anime for me, excluding the hand stuff. Falcon of the Millennium Empire arc, the Holy Evil War chapter, The Witch. Okay. Let's go, Isidro. I'm not afraid. You ugly monkey. Let's do this. Oh boy. Were they clashing sword and axe there and he just got swept? Kajing. Yeah, I think so. Oh. Jesus. Yeah, this was a bad idea. Do you guys belong? Isidro! God, that is a good shot right there. Again, nasty stuff. Great nasty stuff though. Almost looks like a bit of a mole. The giant nose like that, a huge sniffer. Again, I'm one to talk, but that's a really cool shot. Ah! What the hell? Ain't nearly as slow as it looks. Hiding behind a tree against a monster with an axe. Makes sense, Isidro. Look at him. Oh my god. This is not good. Where's the witch girl? Come on, help us, please. I'm not sure how much fighting capacity she has, to be honest. Doesn't look like she has much, obviously. But maybe she's got some more supernatural abilities or something. I mean, she's a little girl surviving in this universe, so I imagine there's maybe a bit more than I'm giving her credit for, perhaps. Ah, the classic. Well, I say the classic. He actually tripped over something here. Usually in horror movies, they just trip. Just a trip or nothing. Ugh. Wow, stupid. Do you know what? I've always thought, because of that trope, if I ever get in a situation like being chased by a serial killer or something, I imagine I probably would just trip over nothing. It's just the irony of how many times I've seen it and kind of just thought, yeah, bullshit. It would probably happen to me. I'm dead. Again, ugly ass, really awesome design. Especially for a troll. Again, trolls I usually think of just like a boring ass, like humanoid, slightly biggish green monster design, and it's just like totally uninspired. But that's one thing you definitely can't say about this series, isn't it? Uninspired. Some amazing designs. Oh, I missed one. Wow, stupid. What is this? Looks like some grapes. What the fuck? My dude just got hit by some grapes and left. Wow. Okay. Okay. What the hell? Yeah, it just runs off. Berries? Oh, they're berries. Don't move. What the hell was that? And berries? Of all fucking things? Do some magic berries? Or genuinely has she like figured out that these things are scared of berries or something? What on earth? Not how I expected this fight to conclude. What the? Again, I wouldn't say intimidating, but there is like an ominous kind of. Again, I don't know what it is. Just looks really cool. This design. Again, it's simple but effective. I think the trees really make it stand out as well. How beautifully the trees are drawn right there. What is that? And Puck sense another fairy. There is danger. Be quiet. Oh shit. Again, I think this kind of lies in what I said earlier about that tree that kind of looked like it could be one of these. I feel like that was maybe setting up a little bit the fact that maybe some of the trees are fucking trolls. Which is just brilliant, isn't it? Take a look around. It's just surrounded. Jesus Christ. So what is the deal with these fucking trolls and berries? Now, the fact that there's so many and Guts still isn't here is quite crazy. Surely you should be able to sense these now. I mean, he knows something's up because he heard a noise. Don't get me wrong, I think he's on his way or whatever, but yeah, a lot. A lot just came out of nowhere. Some different kind of weapons as well. Some of them got axes. These ones have got like these little spiky stuff, branches. Ooh, okay. She's just absolutely calm. Just shut up, kid. There is danger. When did they? Trolls rarely hunt alone. They are sure to form pacts. Packs. All of you, come here. Ah, yes, yes. Crouch down, please. I say, I hope Casca don't fuck this situation up, which could easily happen. But I think the fact that she's bleeding and she maybe feels her brand going against that happening, if that makes sense. And she's not completely stupid, deaf, and kind of. She still has her senses. What I'm trying to say. She's lost all sense, but she still has her senses. What is going on here? I also think maybe Casca would maybe lash out of this because she's been tied up quite a while with Guts. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Oh no, it's not. She's not tying them up. She's just putting a circle round them. Oh crap! Is this like a seen this a few times in like possession movies and stuff where they're like they try and either put like a demon in a circle like this and trap it, or they put like some salt around themselves or something, and so the demon can't enter or whatever. If this is something similar to that, as we see her pouring something. Doing like a little ritual of sorts. Listen closely. Whatever happens, you must not exit or disturb this circle. Again, you guys better fucking lock Casca the hell up. What is this? It's magic. This is a magic ritual. Magic? Then does that mean you're a witch? Yes, again, the irony of the whole last arc, and now we've actually met a witch. A real witch. That's right. So what have we got here? The leaves. Wait, what the fuck? Not even like clothes. She's like naked under, but she's got some leaf boobs. I was gonna say. I was hoping that she. I knew that she was gonna. I was hoping she'd be censored a bit like Puck and have nothing. But I guess this is pretty much the same. To say, I can't imagine if this is gonna be a big part of this arc. I don't want to be bloody censoring this every if she's going to be a big part. I imagine this girl, she seems pretty hyped up to me. I imagine she will be a big part of this arc. Yeah, I was hoping that wouldn't be the case. That's right. That's what it means. She's a witch. Where is she? Oh, I see. So she's in the back of the collar. Oh, what an odd place this is. One of me, wowie! An elf! Huh? What she's chanting right now is a spell to protect all you from these shaggies. From the what? From the shaggies. Is that like some other name for trolls? The only thing I've ever equated Shaggy to is Scooby-Doo. Shaggies. Shaggy. I mean, looking shaggy is like looking, yeah, untidy and such. I know what that means, but okay, yeah, I guess she's referencing the hair with that. I don't know, obviously like shaggy hair. Never seen it spelt like that. Again, as what we saw on Google there. I've only ever seen it with GGY. So you better shush and not bother her if you don't want to die. With heart. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Yodo hey vow hey. We're getting some bloody Fato Falatas Nicto. Getting some of that shit right here. Some action. Whoa, what's his deal? I've missed ya. He shrunk. Looks like Puck's just happy to see another elf. So he says I've missed you. What's that about? Recognize her? Looks like she's what's that called again? I forget. A pentagram. But she's doing one of those. Adonai Sabaut. Eke yeah. Agra. I hope I'm almost a little scared. I've always been slightly scared of all this voodoo stuff, so I'm slightly scared to say all this. Honestly, I think that's the horror movie fan of me. Just again with the Evil Dead movies and stuff, it never ends well saying stuff like this. Honestly, never. They're coming. They're gonna come swarming. Hey, Buck's having the fucking time of his life. Just stands there, cold as a motherfucker. Yep. Again, this girl is big, right? Like the fact that there's actual. Again, I mean, it might seem maybe inconsequential. Well, I don't think inconsequential is the right word. It's definitely consequential, but it might seem obvious because we've had so much spiritual and magic-like demonic stuff. But surely this is like massive that there's actual human magicians. There's actual witches. That's massive, right? I mean, if we didn't have full evidence before and stuff, this is certain. You know what I'm saying? Absolute proof. She creates a kind of barrier. Knocks 3 of these guys down. Impressive. Holy fuck. What was that? What was that light? Like I said, magic. He just blows some hair. And look at this. She just blows some hair in it. What? You know what would be interesting? Fight between this witch and Guts. Wow. I don't know why. I feel like she'd win. I think witchcraft is just that powerful. But it's almost like what people have the argument with Batman. It's like with preparation time. With preparation time, she would win. If obviously it was just a one-on-one fight, nothing else, Guts would obviously just kill her. I think it was just like an instant kind of you're in battle. Wow. Again, this is seriously impressive. Subduing all of these fucking trolls. And imagine if she joins us and she might have barriers like this that we can kind of sleep in. If you know what I'm saying, we can actually just sleep peacefully inside of a barrier. How brilliant would that be? I see it all go running off. What a job. Wow. She safe. You owe us one. What's going on? A witch. A thump. A thump. I used hair as a catalyst to project the power of fire elementals along the flow of Odd. There was a chapter called the Elementals, wasn't there? So, power of fire elementals. What the hell is the flow of Odd? After all, to those not of this world, it is the same as being shot with fire arrows. So does she like specialize in magic that can be used against otherworldly entities? Again, that would again be very, very handy. Odd? Elementa? Yeah, these guys looking. I love that they put Casca in this shot. These guys looking even more dumbfounded than Casca. Don't bother telling these guys stuff like that. Oh, so it is like a dress. Okay. Please heed some advice. It would be best if you took your leave of this region quickly. No need to worry. We may not look it, but we're pretty used to monsters like those. Begging your pardon, but based on what I saw, the next time your sword skills will cost your life. Oh, after all this training. Bit harsh. You got schooled, right? Right where it hurts. What? I must go. Hey, wait, old hag. A little learning's a dangerous thing. For some people it can be. Wow. Really? She's definitely intentional, this, isn't it? How though? Oh, she's a witch, so that explains it. Cool. Oh, fucking hell. How did that happen? How do you fall like that? Who falls like that? Who the fuck falls like that? And I'm sure this will tell you that she's not an old hag. What the? Those aren't an old hags. But what matter? They're hardly there. Yep. Oh, now you done it. Potential love interest for Isidro, perhaps here. I'd like to see that, honestly. Isidro deserves it. Again, really cool design. Like I said, simple but so effective. Just like classical, very classical type of. Again, like I don't know why it feels so classical to me, but it feels like again a classic kind of final girlish type of look. Apart from the witch hat and stuff, of course, but I mean, as a person wise, the outfit's cool and again simple as itself, but looks like this could be like the main character of again like a massive hit classic horror movie or something. A kid? Hey, what gives? Lady Farnese. What happened? What is he doing? Well, Uga Uga. Have an acorn. Monkichi. That was Monkichi. Ah. Full name is So he's a monkey. He's a Japanese monkey that enjoys puns. Well, that was valuable information. Looks more like a cat. Monkichi. I was looking forward to this. Oh, she's not actually still there. That's a bit of a shame. I was looking forward to her meeting Guts. I'd be interested to see what was going through her head with Guts. What she feels about his presence and stuff. Even though I didn't formulate with group magic, they saw the pentagram. Has this region been invaded by the other layer to such an extent? Yeah, she certainly knows quite a lot about the demonic ongoings, doesn't she? They're a bunch of adults. And that girl. Shall we leave him be? He seems to enjoy this. That man too. So she knows something's up with Casca and Guts. Who are these two? It's like they're attracting distortion. She can even see that. Wow. They certainly do attract distortion. And yeah, that is where we're ending off today. I feel like this one was a little bit short, wasn't it? Yeah, this one was a little bit short because there was quite a bit of action going on, wasn't there? Always the case. But yeah, good few chapters today, weren't they? Again, really impressive stuff by this girl whose name I still don't think we've got yet, have we? Or we might have, but as you guys know, I'm just shit with names. But yeah, let's read some comments quickly before I go over it again to conclude. Okay, interesting. Someone says that her chanting, she said something like Adonai, which means God, which is God's name in Hebrew apparently. Interesting. I guess that might add to the fact that she's so good against the distortion, as she calls it, the demonic kind of realm. She has a godly witch powers. I guess that makes sense, right? A lot of people talking about her joining, as I've said. Hopefully she does. She might. I could very much maybe see her be just a kind of wandering kind of. Every now and then we see her a bit like a Skull Knight, but more frequent. Someone handy. I feel like she's gained an interest in Guts and Casca now, so she might just follow us around a little bit, perhaps. Try to learn a bit more, but if she does join us again, that would be massive. Like I said, these people could actually get rest and feel safe and know that they're fine sleeping for one night, not have to deal with demons because they've got a nice barrier around them or something. How wonderful that would be. Again, that's something you can only really dream of, but she kind of brings that into reality, which is interesting. And yeah, not too much else in the comment section. But yeah, thank guys for watching. Again, some really nice stuff, especially with this girl today, wasn't there? It was interesting seeing Farnese's reactions to this. Again, I think that obviously comes from a place of probably killing many innocent people in the name of witchcraft, and now she's actually confronted with a real witch, and that witch that has just also saved her life right here. So probably quite a lot going on in her head right now. Again, looking forward to seeing more of Farnese. As I said, the last chapters before this were absolutely brilliant for her, so very much looking forward to her story. Isidro, quite the big, pretty much the main character of today, wasn't he? Mr. Isidro. It was great, as usual. Yeah, some beautiful artwork, of course. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Do let me know what you guys thought of these chapters down in the comment section. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys did like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. Going to be very excited to see the next chapters, which I will just quickly read again, which are going to be Mansion of the Spirit Tree parts 1 and 2. So yeah, see you guys then, and enjoy the rest of your day, guys.